We're going to, there we go, and I'm going to share our agenda. So welcome, good evening, everybody. We're celebrating another anniversary of the Side Street to Main Street Business Know-How Program. This is the 9th year of the program. It's a new milestone, and our 14 participants have successfully completed the program. So here's our agenda for the evening. In a moment, I'll have Larry make his introductions of folks, and then we'll ask we'll ask Teresa to speak on behalf of Eversource, Faith on behalf of the city, and the mayor if he's able to attend, Tom on behalf of the Chamber Board, and Jennifer, of course, as the brains behind the keeping it all going. I'll talk a little bit about the program, and then we're going to ask each of the participants to talk a little bit about their experience with it. And just a note that normally we have certificates that change hands during these ceremonies. And there are certificates, they actually exist. And Jennifer's probably already framed them. And they'll be available tomorrow for pickup at the Chamber of Commerce. So, Larry, why don't you take it over and introduce our dignitaries?
Okay, we'll move right away. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the graduates of this program. As you know, this is a very important program which the Chamber runs. We feel it's this and the Side Street program are two of the most important programs that we have and continue to run. I would be very remiss if I really didn't thank two individuals, John Robinson, a former councilman in the city of Middletown, and of course our own Faith Jackson, who really were the two that came to me back in the 90s, and they said, what can the Chamber do for the minority community? We thought about it for a while, and we came up with this program. We've had a pretty good team working on this with Jim Jackson and, of course, Jennifer DeKine, two wonderful people that have done a great job. But we couldn't do it without the corporate support of companies like Eversource Energy, the foundation of Eversource. And Teresa Hopkins Staten, I can tell you, was one of the original supporters of this program when Aetna was having it, and continues to have it. She was the one that stepped up to the plate to get Eversource involved. And for that, I'll be forever grateful. She's a terrific community leader, an unbelievable person committed to excellence, which is very important. But more important, she's committed to giving back to the community. And through her leadership with Eversource Energy Foundation, they support this program and also our business education program in the Chamber, which is very important for us since we run a big career fair for 1,400 young students, and we do so much in the business education area. And of course, our mentor program, where we deal with youngsters that really need role models. And of course, Jennifer is the key staff person in all of this. So Teresa, if you're there, I'd like to turn it over to you for remarks first.
Evening, and thank you so much, Larry, for those kind words. And I truly appreciate your leadership and the vision that you have shown. As I realize, this is the 9th class, and there have been over 116 participants. I remembered our conversation almost a decade ago, and a true visionary you are, because you talked about disparities and inequities and the need to have a presence and a program for entrepreneurs of color, and that you weren't going to stop until that happened. So as I look at where we are today as a state, as a nation, and globally around the pandemic, and certainly social justice and equality, I just couldn't help but think you weren't only a man with a vision. More importantly, you were a man who took action to make certain that your vision could be implemented. And for that, I thank you This is a program that I am very, very, very proud to be connected to and with, and the partnership that Eversource has had with the Middlesex Chamber over the years. It's a needed program. It's a program that certainly pays it forward, because all of the participants not only go out and become successful businesses, they contribute to the economy, they become employers, and that's what it's about. It's about paying it forward and paying and giving people the opportunity to blossom and fulfill and realize their dreams. So for that, I'm deeply appreciative of the Chamber. And Jim, the business acumen and expertise that you've imparted to these participants over the years, you know, has been impactful. And I know that it's been long lasting and life changing. So to you, I say thank you. And Jennifer, what can I say? Your incredible work and support that you provide. You adopt every single person who becomes a participant in this program as though they were your own son or daughter. And I know that they're deeply indebted. And Faith, what can I say? You have been a transformer, a change maker, you know, a pioneer, you know, just very, very transformational in so many different forms and venues, always with an eye and a lens towards making it better for the other person and making certain that there's nobody left behind and everybody certainly has a leg up. So to you, I say thank you, and it's great to see you. And then the graduates, I applaud and congratulate each and every one of you and your families, because I know behind each name, there's a story. There has to be a story. And it wasn't easy. It's not supposed to be, they say. But despite any barriers, challenges, obstacles that you encountered, you stayed the course, you didn't waver, and you kept the faith. And for that, you are to be congratulated and applauded. And now you are a member of this esteemed fellowship. So to you, I say congratulations. I look forward to hearing about your stories that you share today, as well as the businesses that I know will be extremely profitable. So congratulations. And again, Larry, thank you for having me this evening.
Thank you very much. And also we have Kathy Lizon. Is she on also? We'd like to have her. She shows up at all the chamber events from Eversource if she's around. She's our representative in our area.
Yeah, Kathy was not sure she was going to be able to make it, but she said to send her congratulations to all of the participants this evening and to tell you hello, Larry.
Thank you very much. Okay, is the mayor on? If not, we'll go to.
Yes, he is.
Okay, it gives me a real honor to introduce Mayor Ben Florsheim from the city of Middletown. He's a new mayor, and I've been working with him a tremendous amount since he became mayor. We started meeting all the way back in December, and it's been ongoing, and especially with the COVID situation. We were meeting 5 days a week, and now we're down to one. The good news about Ben is that he gets it. He understands that these types of programs are very important. He is an individual that listens, makes decisions after he listens. He just doesn't jump out there. And I'm very, very proud of what he's been doing so far in the city. And our working relationship has been excellent. I give you our mayor, Ben Florsheim.
Well, thank you very much, Larry, for that very kind introduction, and thank you to you for everything that you've been doing, both in the last 7 months since I've been doing this job, and over the years that you have spent developing this program and so many others that have benefited the community. It really is. It shows in every bit of what we do, is whether it's with the chamber formally or just in the culture of the community that we have here. The impact that programs like this have had is tangible in so many ways, and so thank you for leading that effort, and thank you to the graduates and to the staff of the Side Street program, and to everybody who is here this evening and who has been a part of this. I think that the culture that we have been able to create in our business community in Middletown is so much of what makes us unique as a community, and so much of that attention is on downtown, which a lot of people think of as the Main Street, because it is such an amazing streetscape and because it is so unique in terms of the types of businesses that we have on our Main Street. But the thing that I think really takes it from being kind of a nice destination and a nice, a very photogenic, perhaps downtown, beyond that to being a really community-oriented and grassroots-oriented downtown is the businesses that are represented here. It's the side street businesses and the up-and-coming businesses, and the people who maybe not necessarily aren't gonna go into a traditional business, but who have an entrepreneurial side to them, or who are supporting the creation of a brand new small business. And that is what keeps both the side street businesses and the Main Street businesses the kind of unique character that they are. And it's this program that has cultivated that over the years. I think it's important to intentionally cultivate that, and that's what the Chamber has done, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful to everybody who is here tonight graduating, who stepped up with an idea. I love the fact that so many of these businesses, and I don't know whether this is a sign of the times or not, but are oriented towards health and wellness in one way or the other. It's not every single one, but there's a connection with a lot of them that I noticed there, and I think that is an important part of our legacy in Middletown of serving those who need it, as well as a recognition of where so many of our industries are going and where our society needs to be going in the wake of everything that's going on. And so I'm sorry I was here a little bit late, and I'm sorry that I've got to jump off early. Coming from one Zoom event and heading to another, but I did want to be here and to just say thank you and congratulations. This is such a great program. It is so vital in ways that are sometimes unseen to the health of our downtown economy, to our business community, and to our whole city. And we definitely want to make sure that we're celebrating that. The city is here. If there's anything that we can do to be supportive, we just some people saw, and thanks again to the Chamber for their partnership on this, released our first round of small business COVID-19 small business assistance loans that the city has been able to make available, and whether it's that or anything else, we want to be a resource to you in any way that we can. So congratulations, thanks for having me, and Coach, I'll turn it back over to you.
Great. Thank you very much, Mayor. Next is Faith Jackson. And as I alluded to earlier, it was really her idea for us to get involved. She has been the rock for a long period of time. She is somebody that I constantly turn to. I respect, I admire. She calls it the way it is. Goes back to my coaching background. That's why I think I hit it off so well with her. Because both of us can say what we have to say and continue to go on and work what we have to do, which is make Middlesex County, and in particular Middletown and Central Connecticut, a better place to live and work for all of its citizens. And I can tell you back when this idea first came over 20 years ago, when we started, it wasn't really that way. And we've made some major impacts thanks to people like Teresa and Eversource to move forward, to make these crucial decisions, to get the minority community involved and to give them the resources and tools they need for success. And that's where Jim and Jennifer come. So Faith, thank you very, very much, and we'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Larry, and good evening, everyone. I'm very grateful to be here to congratulate another graduating class number 9 of the Side Street to Main Street Business Know-How Program, which is an offspring of the original Side Street to Main Street program and a much longer program initiated back in 1997. It was an economic development initiative of the Middlesex County NAACP branch. I was the president at that time, and Councilman John Robinson was the first vice president. And we approached Larry, saying, we have this idea. And we want to know, as a chamber member, how you can help minorities acquire the business know-how skills to own their own business. Because I used to have had a member, and he's passed away, Ernest Butch used to come to the meeting, and he used to get in my case constantly about no minority businesses being on Main Street. And he had a very valid point. So we went to Larry, and one thing I have to say is I'm really happy that Larry listened. First, we thought he wasn't listening, but Larry was really paying attention, very close attention. We kind of came to him at the end of 96. We didn't hear anything. And in 97, Larry surprised us and he said, Faith, I got somebody to teach the course. I got somebody to fund the course and provide this course free to minorities. Now we need to round up students, the whole 9 yards. And I said, oh, how do you like that? We were running everywhere getting students for our first class. But lo and behold, I have to thank Larry for listening and having the insight to realize how important this program was, not only to the chamber to offer minority an opportunity to learn skills, but to the community itself and to the citizens of the community to acquire such skills, to become very, very much part of the fabric and grain of the Middlesex County and owning businesses. And my sister's on the line over here. I see her over there in the corner, Pamela Steele. She's a graduate of class number 6, the year-long program. And she started out doing fairs in the whole 9 yards, but she's been 10 years, I think this year will mark 10 years, her business on Court Street. She is also the downtown district manager, and she just got promoted, I'll put it that way, to the Chamber Executive Board. But I would, really be remiss if I didn't thank our sponsors, because without them, none of these opportunities would be available to you. So we took an idea, we brought the idea into fruition, we gave it life. Larry gave it life because we just had the idea. But 23 years with Aetna and 9 years with Eversource, I can tell you these foundations generally do not support community programs for any great length of time. We're going on 23 years with Aetna. This is far beyond anything I could even comprehend. And now we're rolling almost on 10 years with Eversource. So it goes to show you that companies invest in things that really have longevity to it and that really provide something back to the community. This is an award-winning program on the statewide and national level. You can't get any better and finer than that. And I'll tell you, we have the best chamber in the whole state. I hate to tell you, Middlesex County is #1. Belonging to the chamber connects you to a lot of resources. You just have to, extend yourself and reach out, and there's opportunities there. So take your time, don't rush, but even with Larry gathering all the resources and the corporate coming on board, I'd be remiss if I didn't send out a lot of praises to Jim Jackson, my cousin, and Jennifer DeKine. They get the highest praise because they're the ones who coordinate it and commit their time and effort to making sure that you get the tools and skills to be successful. And they're always there to answer your questions, coordinating this whole, I think Jim was a glutton for punishment because the year-long program wasn't, I don't think, long enough for him. So he had to create this sister program so that he's doing this 24/7, 12 months a year. So that's a love of trying to give back to people, instill in people skills that's going to help make them very successful. And that's got to be a love, and that's a true commitment on Jim's part and Jennifer's part to make sure that you're successful and you get what you need to be successful. So I congratulate you again. I'm so happy. And yeah, I smile a lot because I'm just a happy person. But when you smile, you make everybody feel good. And you like to know that you're giving back and you're helping people, fulfill their dreams. You all have a dream. I want your dreams to become reality. So take your time, and I wish you much success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Faith. Great remarks. Next, our chairman of the chamber, individual that I'm very proud of. His dad was a chamber chairman back in the late 70s, early 80s. He was one of the people responsible from moving me over from Xavier to this job. And Tom, probably some days he gets up now, bumped up a little bit. Was a great football player for me when I was in my coaching career. So he is the owner of Connecticut Rental, and he just took over the chairmanship a couple of weeks ago and has already stepped forward to doing a great job. Tom Byrne, chairman of the board of directors of the chamber.
Thank you, Larry. So good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to thank our friends at Eversource Energy for their continued support of our chamber programs. Without you, none of this happens, and it's just a great thing. I'd also like to thank Jim Jackson, who has helped me personally in my business, Connecticut Rental Center, immensely through the past few months with this COVID-19 crisis. Jim is a wealth of knowledge, and he really cares about everyone who reaches out to him for help. He just cares about everybody. And it's always good to see Faith Jackson. I love that smile. Pam Steele, my buddy, took over the CBB chairmanship from me a while back, and she's just running with it. Now going to be on the board, the executive board with us. I think that's great. Jennifer DeKine, always working hard for the chamber and everyone out there. And of course, my coach. I met Larry 44 years ago when I was starting to play football at Xavier. So wow. we've gone through some ups and downs through that, but great guy. So as a small business owner, I know how difficult it can be to run a business. It's not easy, but I'm not afraid to reach out for help when I need it. So even after being in business for 51 years, I still reach out for help. People like Larry and the Middlesex Chamber and Jim Jackson, the Connecticut Small Business Development Center are great examples of people and groups that listen and help out when they can. So you're all graduating from the Business Know-How program and can take what you've learned in this course to the next level. You're taking the initiative to not only become future businessmen and businesswomen in our community, but also leaders in our community, and that's what we need. We need leaders, we need people with passion to help us move into the next decade. So I look forward to seeing you all succeed in wherever life takes you. And I always say that small business is the heart and soul of our Chamber of Commerce. But congratulations on your accomplishment and good luck in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Next, it's a great honor to introduce Jennifer DeKine. As I said earlier, she is unbelievable in the chamber. She runs some of our most important programs, our mentor program, dealing with young people that really need role models to go out. And we're one of the few chambers really in the country that run these types of programs consistently, from the mentor program to the business education program. We are running now a rep program, people working with people in recovery to put them back to work, which we think that is also very, very important to give people the second and third chances they want. And along with that, that coordinates also with some people coming out of corrections that we are dealing in that. That's a brand new program that we're doing. And so we really want to give back to the community. And Jennifer has been a real key for us as we move forward to organize and to help us with especially the mentor program, business ed, side street, and business know-how. Plus she's a loyal, wonderful, wonderful person, Jennifer DeKine.
Okay, well, thank you, Larry. And first, I'd like to thank Teresa, of course, from Eversource Energy Foundation, and talk to you again to fund next year. So I got to thank you, like, thank you, Teresa. And of course, I'd like to mention to Jim, this was very different for us. So, and I'm glad you mastered Zoom in the breakout rooms and all that. And according to our students here, they work. The rooms work really well for them.
Mhm.
And to class 9, well, congratulations. Glad to see you all, and I hope to see you again in our next upcoming class.
The longer course.
So, congratulations to all of you.
Terrific. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention William DeKine, Jennifer's husband, who I think is the best photographer in the state of Connecticut. You'll see him around taking photos all the time. He's retired at this point to an extent, but he has been a wonderful, wonderful friend and person, somebody I also really respect. And now I'm going to turn it over to Jim Jackson. And I drop notes to him every so often. And I also, when I have the opportunity to say things about him, and it's unbelievable. And I think that Tom mentioned this, and the wealth of knowledge that Jim Jackson has is unbelievable. But, you know, with that wealth of knowledge, there's a lot of people that have knowledge. But in order to give it back to the community is something that a lot of people do not have. He does have that ability. He has that ability to have people like him. He has that ability to have people follow him and listen to him. And basically, his heart is on his sleeve all the time. And I'm honored that he's been with our chamber for a long period of time. He runs a lot of workshops for us. He's also involved in, we run another program, 21st Century, where we're putting people, giving better skill levels to put them to work also in better jobs. And Jim is one of our teachers in that area too. So without further ado, I give you the one and only Jim Jackson.
Thank you, Larry. You know, it's really been a privilege to be part of this program for the entire 9 years. And I've enjoyed it every year, of course. And watching the development of all of our participants is also quite rewarding, because many of them go on to much greater success. Now, even though again, as Jennifer and others mentioned, we had a new challenge this year because we had to conduct it, as we're doing tonight, via Zoom video conference instead of together physically at the chamber. Nonetheless, I think our participants were able to take to it pretty quickly, got engaged throughout the program. We spent a lot of late nights. It takes, it's a 4-hour class every Tuesday that we do it. They asked lots of questions. We found that there was lots of insightful comments going back and forth, especially in the group discussions. And so it was really quite a pleasure to work with this year's group. And I congratulate all of them as well. Now, even though the biweekly classes are now over for the program, as I've mentioned to the group right from class 1, everyone has the advantage to be able to take advantage of our one-on-one free and confidential follow-up support through my office wearing my other hat at the Connecticut Small Business Development Center, so that they can keep their plans going. And a good third of the class, or almost half the class, has signed up already, and others I hope to see there as well. Now, as already been mentioned, every participant in this program has the opportunity to apply for the Chamber's full year-long Side Street to Main Street Business and Leadership Development Program. That's the program that is sponsored by Aetna. As Faith mentioned, we've got a 22-year history of success with that program, and we're hoping for renewed funding for this fall's 23rd year. Now, the Side Street to Main Street program is a competitive application program. So applicants have to attend an orientation meeting that we'll schedule in the fall. And there is a 4-page application they have to fill out. And then we score that application on a point system. Now, each participant from this class will get an extra point on their application score for having completed the program if they choose to apply for the fall program. because they've already got a little bit of a head start in understanding, how we're going to run it, because the program, so we use a different book, and we meet in a similar format. We use, there's homework, there's reading. In the larger program, we also build a business plan using that book. We have the similar breakout discussion groups during each class. Now, as I have already mentioned to the class, that fall program meets every week. So it means it's twice as often as we meet with the business know-how class. And I give them twice as much homework as we do in this class. So, when we do the math, it means it's 4 times as demanding as this class was. And you really got to scramble to keep up, because it's real easy to fall behind when you're going to meet twice as often and get twice as much homework. So it's one of those things, be careful what you ask for, you might get it, kind of thing. But seriously, the fall program more closely mimics the effort that starting and running a new small business takes. And so being exposed to that in this program creates a lower risk way to understand the preparation and effort needed to do it before somebody risks their life savings on a new venture. In a moment, I'm going to ask each of our participants to individually offer a couple of remarks. And again, since we're conducting the ceremony online this year, the certificates we would normally be giving out to them as they come to the podium will be available for pickup tomorrow at the chamber, because it's kind of hard to send a framed certificate over Zoom, no matter how flexible it's become. Now, as the participants will recall, each session started with our icebreakers, something to get people thinking out of the box, right? So why should tonight be any different? So we're going to do a little bit, because normally, when you have a program like this, I just spent, we spent about 3.5 hours online on Friday night watching my grandnephew graduate from high school. And of course, he's got a last name that starts with an S, so it was way at the back end of the ceremony, because they normally start and run everybody through in alphabetical order. So let's be out of the box tonight. How about I call people up in random alphabetical order? So nobody knows who's going to be first except me, because I had the random number generator assign a number to everybody. So what I want to do right now then is roll the dice, and then we're going to call on our first speaker, Tia Woods.
Hello. That was not random. I'm W. I'm always at the end. Okay.
Just won the lottery, Tia.
Well, first of all, I guess I'll keep my glasses on so I can hear. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I have my little notes here, so I might as well bring my notes out so I can not fumble. The mayor is not on, so I first and foremost want to thank the mayor. I knew when he got elected, I was inspired by him. This is not a part of the program, but just seeing him, he inspires me. He's young. So I wish he was still on so he can just know that, someone his age running a whole town, that's totally inspirational. When he was on, I kind of yelled to my kids, you guys, there's a 27-year-old mayor in Middletown, and they're like talking in the background. So I was like, I'm going to talk to you about him later. So I'm definitely going to pull up him so my kids can be inspired also. So if you speak to him, just let him know that he's definitely an inspiration just by him being so young and being able to run a whole town and do it efficiently. Your downtown Middletown is awesome. It is really awesome. I go to Middletown just to walk through your downtown. So back to the story at hand. I just want to thank the chamber for this opportunity. I want to thank, oh goodness, there's so many things that I wrote down here. thankful to President Staten for Eversource for funding this, for seeing the vision, for seeing the fact that we need something to guide us, to teach us, to hold on to, you know. So first of all, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce itself, the chairman, Tom Byrne. Where are you? You're somewhere up here. Thank you. You know, there you go. Thank you so much. Let's see. Thank you for Larry for listening. I caught that for listening back in 1996, you know, when Miss Faith, I forget your name, I'm sorry, Miss Faith had an idea and she came to you. Thank you for listening. You know, thank you for knowing that there was a need for us and that we needed that guidance. So that's definitely important because there's so many people who speak and no one listens. So thank you for listening. This program, I already have a business. It's been up and going for a year. It kind of fell into my lap. So I kind of am running it and didn't really know where I was going. So when this opportunity came, I definitely wanted to jump on it. Since I've been in this program, it has given me more confidence. I've learned so many things. I still have the book here. I learned so many things. I go back and forth to it just to reiterate. So I am very appreciative of this opportunity because I realize that there's so many people who would like to have this opportunity, but just won't for whatever reason. They're not here. They just, you know, can't partake. So I am definitely thankful for that. Make my comments short. Last but not least, I want to thank Miss Jennifer for just being the kind, soft-spoken person she is, always being there, sending out the emails, you know, making sure we got everything we need for the class. And last but not least, Jim Jackson, the guy, the man with the plan, the guy who, you know, he does wear his heart on his sleeve. I have taken advantage of the one-on-one, and he's definitely there. He's attentive. He listens. He answers questions. He does give you homework because I still have homework for our one-on-one. But I'm so appreciative of this program. Words cannot express how excited I am. Hopefully, I'm one of the people who get to take the year-long class. But I'm just really super excited about going forward, building a business, giving back to the community. And I guess that's about it. I don't want to take up too much time, but I guess that's about it.
Thanks, Tia. All right, let's roll the dice again, and it comes up Justine Jones-Perry.
Oh no. Okay. Well, it's really good going after Tia because she just gave me so much like boom. Like, now I'm excited. But yeah. So I'm Justine. I'm in the process of restarting my cleaning business. I kind of started it. It was just something I was trying to do to make some money and do it. So when the money slowed down, I kind of left it alone and didn't really do it anymore. And now I'm like thinking about it. Like I want to start back up. So I heard about the business know-how program through a friend of mine. And, you know, I kind of watched her go through the process and it was really cool to kind of see what went on and things like that. So I signed up myself and I'm here now and I'm so excited that I joined this class because there's a lot of things that I did not know and I had no idea about, but now I do. And yeah, I mean, this whole thing was fun, even though we were on video, like it still felt like I was in a classroom and like we were like in the classroom, and so it was really cool. To Jim, thank you for being so helpful. Thanks for doing this class period. I really appreciate it. You have so much knowledge, it's ridiculous. Like things that I didn't even know, I know now, and it's thanks to you. So I really appreciate that. To Jennifer, thank you so much for your like constant emails. Like Tia said, for being a mom, those help. Like even when I didn't confirm, she made sure she wrote me back to confirm. So she was honest. So we thank you for that, trust me. Going forward, I don't know, I'm hoping to, like Tia said, go on to the next program and kind of learn more so that I can start this business on my own and just keep moving forward. And to Eversource, thank you for funding us. We really appreciate it. We know it wouldn't be possible without you. So keep doing what you're doing. And yeah.
Thank you, Justine. Let's see, we turn the wheel here and it comes up Sana Cotton.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sana Cotton, and I am the founder of a nonprofit that's here in Middletown called Unashamed. And so we have been doing Unashamed for going on 2 years. Like Tia, this nonprofit kind of fell into my lap. It was something that I was already kind of doing on my own, but I really needed to get it done legally and properly. And so the nonprofit organization was started. I had heard about the Side Street to Main Street business know-how program many times before, but seemed to have always kind of missed the deadlines to be able to participate. But thankfully, Miss Pamela Steele was actually the one that reminded me and kept reminding me to make sure that I had the information so that I would be able to participate this time around. I will say that although COVID has been pretty bad for a lot of people, I believe that through this program and being able to just kind of do it from the comfortableness of your own home, you know, as a mom, as a wife, as a business person, it really helped to be able to still be a part of this program from home and still get everything done. I don't feel like any of us probably missed anything that we could have gotten from just being in the classroom. Jim and Jennifer definitely ran the class, even online, I believe very well. And so I feel like we didn't miss out. I would like to thank Eversource for this opportunity, for the funding. A lot of us minorities do not have the funding to be able to participate in programs like this. And so because the funding's not there, that's why a lot of us are not stepping out on our dreams. And so we thank you for believing in minority small businesses and for funding such a great and amazing program. I hope that you guys definitely consider continuing to fund it, because I know there's a lot of up and coming dreamers and entrepreneurs that need this type of funding for this program. I would also like to thank Larry just for believing in the program and for making sure that, you know, it happens, and also for seeking out a great teacher to teach this class. Jim was absolutely amazing. And so Jim, I thank you for just, you know, your willingness to do the program, for your sacrifice to be up here, you know, just as we were week after week for those 4 hours, and for making sure that you reached out to us and to offer extra counseling sessions. I'm someone who has taken advantage of that. And so I really appreciate you for your time. And for Jennifer for making sure that, you know, everything we needed was there. We didn't miss a beat. Every document that we needed, anything we needed to be reminded of, we could never say we didn't know, because Jennifer made sure that we had all the information we needed. And lastly, of course, to our wonderful mayor, and to Miss Faith Jackson. We just thank you guys for making sure that this program happens and that you recognize the need for it here and you continue to support it. And you even make the time on a night like tonight just to be here and to celebrate us as we complete this program. So I just want to say thank you. It has been an honor and a pleasure. And I too hope to participate in the next year-long program.
Thank you, Sana. Let's see, we're going to spin the roulette wheel this time, and it's Nareda Benavides. Let's see, we got it. Oh, we got it. There we go. You're unmuted.
I'm so sorry. I'm nervous. I apologize. All right. I would like to thank Faith Jackson for attending our little program completion ceremony. And please I pass along my thanks to Mayor Florsheim again for us, for just attending, even if it was just for a cameo appearance, but thank you. A little bit about myself. I am an empty nester. I'm trying to get my second wind in life. Just, you know, trying to see what I make of myself now that I don't have children to raise anymore. My experience with Side Street to Main Street, the business know-how program has been eye-opening, to say the least. The program has actually, I didn't realize that there was so many aspects to running and maintaining a successful business. The subjects that were covered in class and the book that was used have been chock full of gold nuggets that I found on how to run my business the correct way, and has really helped me organize my priorities to set myself up for success. Trying to make this short and sweet. So I want to thank you, Teresa Hopkins Stanton, for the grant funds that you made possible for me to attend this business know-how program. I humbly appreciate your generosity. Please continue to provide for future funding for more small business minorities so that they too may be able to have the opportunity to succeed and improve our economy. It's a win-win for everyone. I'd like to thank also Mr. Larry McHugh for your commitment and support to our development and growth to Middlesex and beyond. And thank you, Jim Jackson, for your love, for your commitment to this program, for making yourself available to teaching us some of your business know-how and continued business counseling. Thank you.
Thank you, Nareda. See now, we just rolled dice and it came up Rosina Scheider.
Hello, I'm Rosina. I came across this program because I get assistance from housing. So Sarah Vega down at Meriden Housing had told me about this program last year. So last year I wasn't able to attend it because of the timing, and I have kids and work. So luckily, because, well, I'm not happy about the whole Corona thing, but because of it being via Zoom, it has allowed me to do the program because I could be in the comfort of my own home, get my kids ready for bed, and not have to worry about anything. Right now, I'm not a business owner, but I'm looking to become a business owner and create an online fitness program with workout plans and fitness gear, and then eventually veer off and have my own little small fitness center. I'm currently a certified Zumba instructor, and I want to be certified in other things. This program was a very informative experience because it opened up my eyes to a lot of things. Because with small businesses, I see a lot of people small business, so I thought it's like, oh, you create a name and you fill out paperwork and just slap the LLC on, but it's like it doesn't work that way. There is a lot more that goes on with a small business that I think a lot of small business owners don't know. And I feel like those chapters that were brought out in the program were very important to me because those are, I think, the main points that I feel like help in the business, and also know how to cover your behind with things. So I feel like it's gonna help me because I know how to go about things and it's legit. I want to thank the funders of Eversource Energy, Teresa Hopkins Stanton, the president, and Kathy Lazan, the community relations and economic development lead, for the funding of this program and allowing me and others to be able to participate in this program at no cost. And I hope that in the future years that they continue to provide funding so that other minorities can start their own small business and they know how to go about it. I'd like to also thank the program sponsor, Larry McHugh, the president of the Middlesex Chamber of Commerce, for his commitment and support to this. I also like to thank the mayor, Ben Florsheim, am I pronouncing that right? And Faith Jackson, the director. And I also want to thank Jim, our program facilitator, and for his time and sharing his knowledge of business with us. And I look forward to working with him with his business counseling help, and his partner in crime, Jennifer DeKine, the program coordinator, for getting our information out to us, and just making sure that we got it so that we're prepared for the next meeting. And I just thank everyone for this, because now it's like I can, you know, pursue a career in something that I like and to be able to help people.
All righty. Thank you, Zena. All right, so we just cut the cards twice, and let's see, the name that came up was Juanita Burgess.
Jim, you just slid that in there. I wasn't next, but that's okay.
Oh, I got it written down here.
It's all right. I'm just joking. Thank you so much. I just, and everyone has definitely, I just want to start off by saying congratulations to all of my classmates. Like, we did it, y'all. We did it. I just want to start off saying that because I know we all have varying lives and lifestyles and commitments, and it wasn't easy. I mean, for me, I have a teething toddler. And so, you know, it was hard to keep him out of this room. I had to hide many a times and do all kinds of ninja stunts just to get away from him to take the class. So for me, it was a welcome sacrifice because it was very important to me. So thank you to Jim. You're awesome. You've been helping me so much. I actually have an opportunity to apply for a grant. Right at the end of this program, a friend of mine slipped me a link for a grant, and the first thing I did was like, I have to email Jim. He's gonna help me put this together. And so keep your fingers crossed. I'm actually gonna submit it tomorrow. Today is my birthday, and so I think that just everything is gonna work out, and I'm gonna get this grant, and like, Lord willing, it is gonna be such a great assistance to my business. So Jim, thank you so much. Jennifer, you're such an eloquent, sweet lady. You do everything with grace. You know, even when we are like behind on something or we have to submit something, you're so graceful in your approach. So thank you for putting up with us and keeping us in line and being so kind and definitely professional. And as I do believe Sana said, this program, even though it's online, I'll be the first to admit I'm probably not the best online class taker. I tried it in college. I flunked that semester. I had to go back into the classroom. But this class was done so well, and I felt so connected. I felt involved. I felt included. And so it worked for me. And maybe because I'm, 10, 12 years older than when I tried before, who knows? But whatever it is, it worked, Jim, and it worked, Jennifer. So thank you for making that happen. Larry, thank you so much for being a trailblazer. Thank you for being consistent with this program. Thank you for not letting it fall through the cracks and it just being an idea and not ever coming to fruition, never, it just being something, oh, that's a great idea, but never putting foot to pavement. Thank you for doing that for us. Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you so much, Teresa. We appreciate all that you're doing. And again, being advocates for what is needed, being advocates for resourcing for us. Because it's one thing to have an idea, it's one thing to have the funds to do it, but it's another thing to advocate that it gets done. So thank you for getting it done for us. Thank you so much to our mayor who's not here. I actually just moved to Middletown back in October. And so we love it here. My husband and I, we absolutely love it here. We're so glad to be in this town. And so we can't wait to see what it offers. I would love to have a brick and mortar business here in this town, because when we first moved here, we walked up and down Main Street, seeing all the different mom and pop shops, the different boutiques, it was so nice to see so many entrepreneurs. So I know that Lord willing, if it's for me to have a brick and mortar business, that this is the right place to be to do that. So I'm excited. To Tom, who is sitting there so eloquently, it's almost like, is he real? Because he's not moving. There he goes. Okay, so thank you so much for, again, being a part of this and being an advocate for us. Thank you to, am I missing someone? Larry, I mentioned you, Faith, and Pamela Steele. Thank you for, I don't even know what program you're a part of, but thank you, because you're on this call. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I just want to end with saying that, this program, represents a change in trajectory in my personal life and my professional life. And sometimes it's like the difference between fear and success is opportunity. And so for a while, I just had a fear of starting a business, because I didn't see the opportunity. And so the idea of success was just so far removed because I didn't see an opportunity. But this program is that opportunity. I actually found it in the local paper. I was about to throw it away, and I just happened to look again, and I was like, I saw the word business, and then I saw the word small, and I'm like, okay, let me read this really quickly, and that is how I ended up here. And so it was just that simple, small window of opportunity that got me in here, and this program really robbed me of every excuse I had not to be great. And it actually has helped me, to excel. So it's increased my courage, it's made me more knowledgeable. Every time I thought I was ready to hit the play button on starting my business, here comes Jim with another PowerPoint presentation. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not ready. I gotta go back and do something else. That's when I was like, yeah, honey, come on, let's do it. And then Jim sends the slide PowerPoints, and I'm like, oh man, no, we're not ready. We gotta do this part again. So it really slowed me down from starting a business that wasn't quite ready. And I think that will be the difference between success and non-success, right? Because if you do it right, if you build the foundation right, you'll do well. So thank you to all of you who gave us such great tools to set a really good foundation for a successful business. I'm excited. I appreciate you all.
Thanks, Juanita. All right, let's see. We rolled the dice again, and it comes up Alfonso Holland.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. It's kind of dark in here, but I'm Alfonso Holland. I have started a nonprofit. It's based in New Britain, but I live in Middletown. My business partner lives in New Britain. So we'll be tackling two areas. But I started this business in 2018. It's called An Extended Hand. And working with, the youth, homeless, those individuals who I think are at risk. So I started it through my experiences in life. I went through a lot, which I will eventually share, maybe through a book or something. But I went through a lot, and I hit Goodwin College. I started at a nonprofit working with individuals with disability, and I had to get my associate's degree, I had to interview the founder of the organization I was working for. In doing that, she sat down with me, explained the whole, how she got started with her nonprofit, which was before I was born. But it was a lot of information that I took in that I really appreciated that she shared with me. She did state that if she would take anything back, she wouldn't have started a nonprofit because of all the work that's associated with it. But she's glad she did start it, and I'm glad I started mine as well. That didn't deter me from doing, something similar to what she did, and I will continue in my endeavor, trying to make Middletown and Connecticut as a whole better for our youth. There's a lot of individuals that I see who look like me, and that don't have the mentorship that's needed in our community, lacking empathy, a lot of things that we see on the news with individuals living in impoverished areas are things I'm looking to tackle. So with that, I'm glad that we had this program in Middletown through the Chamber of Commerce. I seen someone else in Middletown had graduated from the program, and I was like, oh, what is that? So I seen it on Facebook, I Googled it, and I sent the email to Jennifer. She hit me back. I did it last year, and I received the email this year. In the beginning of the year, I was like, yes. And I was happy I got in. And in doing this with Jim, he really sits down and listens to you. I talk a lot. I have a lot of ideas on my mind, so I'm all over the place a lot of times. That's why I have my business partner with me to, try to get my ideas in one place. I do write the other ones down though, because I plan on tackling those as well. But right now I'm focused on this an extended hand, and really just tackling all the issues that people that look like me have in our community. I want to thank everybody from Jim to Jennifer, Eversource, of course, for sponsoring this event, the mayor for coming in, Faith for stepping in, all my classmates who graduated with me, those who did our breakout sessions. There were some good conversations that we had. Larry, thanks for starting this in the beginning. It's been a long time. I was just born a little bit before this, so I'm glad that I'm able to step in now. Tom, thanks for coming in and sitting with us. William, Teresa, Pamela, everybody here, just glad to see everyone here. Thank you.
We can't hear you, Jim.
I did it to myself. Sorry about that. So again, thanks to Alfonso. And we've just pulled a rabbit out of the hat, and the rabbit was holding on to a ticket that said, Lisa Turner. There you go.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
First of all, I like to thank Chamber of Commerce for picking me to be in this class. I signed up some months ago, and I was just like, oh, I didn't hear anything. So I was like, oh, I guess I, wasn't chosen. And then all of a sudden I get an email from Jennifer, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And it's crazy because when I got the email where I was at in my life, I have a friend who has a business, and she kept, I kept talking about it to her, and she's like, well, just you're gonna do it. It was not like, we're not gonna talk about it no more, you're gonna do it. And then all of a sudden I get the email from Jennifer saying that I'm in, and I responded right away, like, yes, I wanna take this. Even though I'm in school, trying to finish my nursing degree, I still try to juggle everything, because I knew I ended up going virtual for school as well. So I kind of had a little experience, but it wasn't live like we did business. It was more online. And so when she did that, I was like, well, is this going to be weird? But I guess it actually turned out to be pretty cool. The other thing I like to thank is the funders, everybody that's involved, because without that, there wouldn't be no program. Besides the person that decided to put it together, Larry and Faith, I thank you. I do know Faith from some other things. I worked for a nonprofit agency for over 17 years, which was the CRT, which is no longer CRT anymore. So she's definitely a community involved person. I like to thank Jim and Jennifer, because I don't think you guys really understand how dedicated you guys are to this program, and the time and effort you guys put in. It's crazy, and it's very respected. I think everybody that has taken this program from the time you guys started till now really, really appreciate your guys' dedication. Everybody that spoke already has told the truth about you guys on top, not being on top of, just making sure you're better, of completing your work, being, even the one-on-one, I did not take advantage of it until recently. I did sign up, so hopefully I will get that situated. I do not have my own business right now, but I do like to start my own CPR and first aid business. I'm an instructor. I've been in the doing it for 10 years for companies that I've worked for. I have networked with other people that have the business, and talking to them, it seems so easy. And then talking to, because they have LLCs, and then talking to people that don't have LLCs, and then taking this course and reading the numerous information, it's just like, I said, okay, I'm glad that I did not jump forward and smash my head because you know, there's a lot of steps you have to take to make sure you're doing everything correctly. That's just great and greatly appreciated. I hopefully will be able to take the course, and coming up, I still have my degree to finish. So I will do the best I can to make it happen, but I'm definitely going to start my business and appreciate all the help and support.
Thanks, Elisa. Let's see, we did 3 spins of a Rubik's Cube, and it comes up Deborah Little.
Wow, hello everyone, and congratulations to all of my colleagues that, you know, took the class and everything. So I just want to say congratulations to us, and as Juanita said, we did it. I would like to thank Eversource, Mayor Florsheim. I would like to thank Teresa, Faith Steele, I'm sorry, Faith Jackson, Pam Steele, Larry, Tom, to all of you. Thank you for believing in us and passing the mantle to us to be successful in this class. I would like to thank Jennifer, and Jim for their time and their dedication, for, you know, being there every week. Jen, I would definitely like to thank you and extend another thanks to you because, you know, when I first started the class, I didn't think that I would be able to, you know, complete it or do it. I had so much anxiety and fear and just different things. I think Loretta said it best, that she's an empty nester and so am I. So, you know, you kind of look around and you say to yourself, okay, what now? So I was talking to a friend and they suggested this class to me. And when I called you, Jen, I just want to thank you again because, you know, you made me feel so welcome. You made me feel very at ease, and you were just very kind about it and, you know, encouraged me. You said, you know, I don't know about the other class in September, but I really want you to start this class and I'll make sure I send you all the information. So, you know, thank you again to Jim. Thank you for listening to my ideas. I think Langston Hughes says it best, what happens to a dream deferred? And I just want to answer that question. You rise again. And that's what this class have allowed me to do, rise again. And I have more confidence. I believe more in myself now. And I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt that I can do it. And, you know, thank you, Jim, for, again, listening to my ideas that I pitched to people and I pitched to friends, and they really didn't give me the backing that I desired, or the I'm sorry, I don't mean to do this, or the they really didn't give me the backing or the support, and people who you think should be in your corner, you know, didn't give that to me as well. So, you know, it was easy for me to just not dream again, cast myself to the side and just not, you know, allow myself to go forward. But I want to thank everyone within this program. And I said I wasn't going to do this. I really tried to get through it. So please understand that this has been a very long road for me. And again, I just want to thank everybody. And thank you again, Jim, for listening and for hearing me. And, you know, for saying, yeah, I like it, you can do it. And that made me feel so good. And, you know, I feel like I can fly. So thank you again to this program, and Chamber of Commerce and everybody. Once again, thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. All right, let's see. We flipped a couple of coins while we were waiting, and it comes up Kai Belton.
Hi, everybody. As I'm trying not to cry, I'm Kai Belton. Um, First, I want to say happy birthday to Juanita and congratulations to everybody. Um, so my business is called Road to Resilience LLC, and it's in its beginning stages. Um, I'm a social worker and Black woman, and well aware of the negative stigma around mental health in the Black community. So, and also knowing that, so many of us face significant trauma and adversity and don't seek help. So, the goal of my business is to create wellness opportunities that are non clinical and focused on an individual's strength and the community. So I have so many ideas about this, and they were all over the place. And the business know-how course was exceptional, and it really helped me to like narrow down my focus and decide, you know, exactly what I wanted to do. Do I want it to be an LLC or a nonprofit? And gave me so many tools that I know I'm going to use along the way. Um, so I'm really grateful to Eversource for funding this opportunity. And thank you, Faith, for listening to the community and then being our voice. And thank you, Larry, for listening. Um, and I want to thank Jim for his commitment to us. I've learned so much from you. I have a sister who has she has a business, a hair salon business she has two different sites. And I was even able to give her some information that I learned and sharing information with my son who is starting a business as well. So this information, this is a wealth of knowledge, and it is really changing lives because there's information that we wouldn't have known before. And I am so appreciative, and I definitely want to get into the next class. And I want to say thank you to Jennifer for being so kind. If it would really be hard to not be successful in this course, um, because she is phenomenal at making sure that, people stay on task. And even though I know like what I have to do, she's a great reminder. And even when I was sick, she was just checking in and making sure, that I was feeling better and that and that I knew what was coming. So I appreciate her for that. And just thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Kai. Let's see, we had Spot the Wonder Pigeon pick a name out of a hat, and it turned out to be Cecile Simon.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to my fellow graduates. When I was 13, I had a dream of becoming an actor. I studied theater at Smith College, then moved to New York and lived there for several years. I did some small things, but eventually returned home to Connecticut. Some years later, I had another dream. I wanted to buy a particular toy for my grandson, went online to purchase it, but couldn't find it anywhere. That's when I decided to try and create it myself. My first thought was to describe it to an artist, have the person draw it, get a drafter to draw up the blueprint, make a prototype model, and then set up a small business to make the toy. I had a family member draw a picture of it, but didn't know where to go for a drafter, and that's when the dream stopped. While taking the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce's Professional Training and Development Program classes earlier this year, I found out about the Side Street to Main Street Minority Business Know-How Program. The parts of the program that have been the most valuable to me were the lectures by Jim Jackson and the breakout groups. Jim clarified much of the information we were learning, and in an interesting manner. I liked meeting other students in the breakout groups, hearing different perspectives of the homework readings, their visions of their small business dreams, and in some cases, actual small businesses. I am honored to have been a part of this community. By possessing all of the study materials for the Business Know-How program and the continued support of Jim Jackson, I will be able to achieve my business goal of creating this toy. Thank you, Eversource Energy, for generously providing the funding grant to the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce, giving me the opportunity to attend the Business Know-How program at no cost to myself, and ask that you continue to provide future funding for other prospective minority small business owners to attend the program. Thank you, Larry McHugh, President of the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce, for your commitment and support to the development and growth of minority-owned businesses in Middlesex County and beyond. Thank you, Jim Jackson of the Essex Group, the program facilitator, for teaching me some business know-how and continued business counseling. And I will be reaching out to make an appointment with you for a one-on-one. And last but not least, thank you, Jennifer DeKine, Program Coordinator of Side Street to Main Street, and also Business Know-How. Jennifer, thanks for all your hard work and support. Thanks for your patience. Thank you.
Thanks, Cecile. Let's see, and we picked the petals off of a nice daisy, and it came up Quashara Locklear.
Hello. Okay. First, I would like to thank Eversource and Middlesex Chamber of Commerce for giving us this opportunity. Before this program, I felt like others, a few others, I was all over the place. I was researching this, researching that, and I just felt like nothing was coming together. But then my sister sent me this information on this program, so I was like, I think I should take it. I'm glad I did, because now I feel like I am on a straight path. And Jim, I thank you for helping me put my thoughts in order. I feel like I'm on a straight path now, and the things that I like best about this class was the breakout group, and hearing other people's thoughts and interacting with other people who wants to, become entrepreneurs. And it just gives you a confidence and a great feeling that, you're not the only one who feels this way, and it is possible. And I'm very short-winded, guys. I'm sorry. I just want to say thank you for everything that you, and Jennifer, you are very kind. Even through the emails, I feel like I can hear you speaking to me, and and I just feel like it's so subtle and very very kind, and I just really appreciate that from you as well. And for everybody else that's behind the scenes in Eversource and Middlesex Chamber of Commerce, thank you so much.
Thanks, Quashara. All right, next up, Justin Johnson.
Hey everybody, I'm Justin. First I want to say thank you to Jim and Jennifer. Thank you to the Chamber. Thank you to Eversource. I don't have a business yet. I'm looking forward to obviously starting one in the future, and I feel like because of this class, I'm going to be so much more organized. It really gave me a lot more insight into what it's going to take to actually get it started. I feel like I'm going to be able to put together a set of steps that I want to complete in order to get my goals completed. I really did also like the breakout groups and the networking that I got to do with everybody that's in the class. Everybody had something that's just smart to say. Everybody has something great to add, and I learned a lot from everybody. I had a lot of fun. This was a great experience, and I just want to say thank you to everybody involved.
Thank you, Justin. Last but hardly least, Yolanda Hart.
Hello. I knew I was going to be last because anytime there's like random anything, I always come in last, so I was kind of prepared for that. But my name is Yolanda Hart. I am a 20-year educator in the Middletown Public Schools. So participating in this program, it kind of, I don't want to say increased, but I do have, I just lost my thought. Investment, that's what I was going to say. I have an investment in the community. So it was great that this program was able to be offered. I'm in the process of starting my business, and earlier during the meeting, I heard somebody mention that the program was started in like 1997 or talked about in 96, went to 97. And I think that it's great because my mother was actually part of the program. So to see that there's generational, you know, businesses trying to be built is excellent. So I do want to thank Eversource and all who are part of Eversource for funding the program. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for Middlesex for sponsoring the program. I want to thank the Essex Group, Jim Jackson for the teaching and the counseling. And we actually met prior to the business. We were working one-on-one, and then COVID hit and we never were able to link up. So it was great that, you know, the class came almost at the perfect time. So Jim, I do want to thank you for even pulling some ideas out of my mind, because when I first met you, I was trying to start a business and a nonprofit at the same time, doing completely different things. You kind of slowed, you know, put some brakes on that a little bit, and I kind of decided to go with starting the business. Jennifer, I want to thank you. You just, I don't know, you're just so soft. It just, I appreciate you being in the Zoom classes and, you know, sending the emails and responding to any questions that I have, and you like get right back. There's no wait in between. It's like you just stay on top of it. So I appreciate you for that. I do appreciate, or I want to say thank you to the city of Middletown. The mayor is no longer on the call. Faith Jackson, I want to thank you for seeing a need in the community and, you know, pushing to make sure it got done. And I want to thank everybody else who was on the call that I did not mention. You're here because you have some integral part in this program. And I think somebody mentioned earlier, companies only invest in what they believe in. So I do appreciate all of you for actually investing in us because you obviously believe in us. From the program, I learned what I didn't know. So sometimes, you know, people say, ask questions if you're not sure, but sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. So going through the program kind of gave me the opportunity to figure out what I really need to delve deeper into, you know, what my strengths were. Oh, I kind of have this already. I'm set with this, but also some things that I need to work with. So it was very, very beneficial to me and very helpful. So I pray that it continues so we can see more generations kind of come through it. So thank you, everyone. And congratulations to all my classmates.
Thank you, Yolanda. Now, in addition to hearing from all of our participants again, and I have to also express sincere appreciation to Eversource Energy and Teresa as part of the foundation, because it's an unprecedented 9 continuous years of funding, which you just don't find that anywhere anymore. And obviously without their forward thinking and generous community support and involvement, programs like this wouldn't be possible. I certainly want to offer thanks for all of our dignitaries for attending tonight. And I am going to, where's that button? There it is. We have unmuted everybody. It's supposed to be, come on, let's do it here. Unmute everybody. Come on, machine. All right. Says everybody's unmuted. So we can get a round of applause for each other and for Eversource Energy.
You did it. You did it.
Congratulations, everybody.
You did it.
All right.
You stayed the course.
And again, a quick reminder
Thanks again.
to send in your surveys if you haven't. We've only got about half of them back. So we do use them to help figure out how to make the program better and what works well and how we can make the program even stronger for future classes. And again, for those of you who haven't signed up for one-on-one consulting, which is free and is confidential, it's already been funded by your tax money through the Small Business Administration. Come see me at the Connecticut Small Business Development Center, and we'll continue to help each one of you individually build on what you've built on so far in the program. All right. Larry, any
Thanks,
final
Larry.
remarks?
Thanks, Jim, Jennifer, Teresa, and congratulations, the 2020 class number 9.
Yeah.
Want Larry? Unmute yourself, Larry.
Are we done?
Are we done?
Not yet. We waited for you.
That's it?
We're trying to get Larry
Where's
unmuted.
Larry?
Oh, Larry. Larry's not. Larry, you got to unmute, Larry.
There he is.
Yeah, they got me all over. Just again to everyone, congratulations, Eversource. Thank you so much, Teresa. You're the best, and you've just been a wonderful, wonderful supporter, always there, and and I think we have to give her a round of applause. She was just named president of the Eversource Energy Foundation, which is a huge job, and she got that through hard work, dedication, and really being there. So let's give her a round of applause. That's a great honor.
Thank you. Congratulations. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, awesome. Thank you.
And just remember, everyone, the sun always shines in Middlesex
Middlesex County. Woo! Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, and good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Congratulations again.
Congratulations. Stay
Happy
thank you.
birthday to
Thanks, everyone.
Juanita.
Thank you for making
Birthday, Juanita.
this program continue a success. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If anybody would like to talk,